What's good? What's good? What's good, Bears fans? Welcome back to the BearsMediaCo. We are back, and this time we are back as winners. Ain't that a beautiful thing? Check this out. Tyson Bagent, his first game, first time starter, and he looked good. Let's not forget, and this is a D2 prospect out of the mighty Shepherd over there, I believe, out of West Virginia. Well, I can tell you this. He looked poised, and Luke Getsy, our offensive coordinator, he finally called a good game. Not too mad about 98% of the plays called today. So listen, got to take my hat off, hand claps all around for our Chicago Bears, as this was the most complete game outside of the Washington game that we've played this season. And believe it or not, our most complete games this season, we've all won them. So 2 wins, 2 good games by the entire team. Hey, you can't be mad at it. You got to love it. Now, let's get this thing going. But first, as always, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, the like button, and of course, leave a comment. Let me get a hell yeah, Bears, down in the comment section there, because we deserve that one. It's been a rough start to this season. So let's get into it. How did we look today? Well, starting off the game, Bears get the ball first. Quick passes, which was the game plan, it seemed, today. Can't be too mad at it. Tyson got the ball out quickly. We really used Tyler Scott today, which was a good break from just having him just come out and try and, I don't know, be a decoy or something like that. But he was at least involved in the game today. So also, our offensive line. Now, this is a theme that has been season long, just through, the few games that we've played so far this year. But penalties are killing drives. Not so much today, but I mean, we're still getting behind the sticks. Larry Borum, not sure what's going on with him, but it has not been a drop off from Braxton Jones, our regular starter, who's out with a neck injury. But dude, why do you have to have a minimum of 2 penalties every game? Every game, just penalties. I'm not sure I understand that, but I guess it's just a part of it. Our right tackle, the rookie right tackle, looked pretty good today. Darnell Wright, got beat a couple times against, Max Crosby over there. Hey, Max Crosby is a very good defensive end. And he held his own for about 95% of the plays today, so can't be overly mad at him. Surprisingly, Lucas Patrick, who he has, mainly practiced with, being QB2, the two of them had a good game. And Lucas Patrick, believe it or not, had a great game. I got to say great, not good, but a great game. I mean, it just kind of blows my mind, but that I'm saying that, but this dude had a good game. Second of all, Cody Whitehair. Now, I've been drumming the beat to get Cody Whitehair up out of here for the last 3 to 4 games. So just to see him play a good game, I mean, wow. I am completely shocked. But, hey, they look good. And that right guard for today's game, Tevin Jenkins is always going to be a good player for us. If he can just stay healthy, man, that dude is all pro all day. All day. I'm telling you, that guy is awesome. A lot of the time today, we ran the ball. I mean, we had to have ran, 35 times today? Very good run. Of course, let me say this. There's a lot of just quick, like I said, the quick pass, but we also had a lot of just quick tosses. which seemed to really get the defense of the Raiders tired out. It looked a little bit, toward the end of the first half, and by the middle of the fourth quarter, that Raiders defense, they were just kind of like, hey, we're just out here right now. So, hey, you got to take it. I mean, it wasn't a vertical pass game that, some of us are looking for or hoping for once, JF1 is in there. He loves to throw the ball downfield. We all like to see it, but the game plan for today against the Raiders, man, it was pretty damn good. I got to give Getsy his flowers this day. Now, will it happen next week? We're going to see. But for the time being, kudos to Getsy for a great game call today. Now, that first half, offense and defense were doing their thing. No doubt about it. Now, as I say, not a whole lot of passes, deep balls. Matter of fact, I don't think there was any. I think Tyler Scott, he had like the biggest catch of the day. Yard-wise, I think he had a 20-23, something like that. So, hey, and it was in the middle of the field. That was pretty good. Now, it's just one of those things where, as Bears fans, we love to win. We're definitely thirsty for wins. We're definitely hungry for wins. So, seeing the offense the way it went today was pretty darn good. Most of the receivers all got involved. Mooney got in the game pretty well. DJ Moore had some good catches for us today. Like I say, Tyler Scott was involved. And what's our kick returner? Mr. Taylor, something, I can't remember his first name, but even he was involved on a couple plays. But for me, and I got to get this out there, because if you've been watching along with me, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, since preseason, D'Onta Foreman is a beast and should be RB1. Running back number one, Bears fans. This guy is a power back. And you've seen it today. If you watched this game today, you saw what he brings to this table. And let me tell you something. 3 touchdowns on the day. 2 rushing, 1 receiving. Now, last week, there was a lot of talk about he can't catch the ball out of the backfield. He proved that wrong today. Said his pass blocking was bad. Didn't really have to today with him, but a couple times he was back there, did his thing. Now, Bears fans, we all need to understand. When you've been sitting out, you're not going to look the best. I mean, look at Tyson. Last week, strip sack, also interception, if I remember correctly. Not exactly the best, way to start off, but hey, he's QB2 for a reason. Coming off the bench that late in the game. Hey, you're going to be rusty. And D'Onta Foreman, he was rusty. He'd been inactive for the first 5 weeks. So now he finally get his chance for a full game, and he showed out. So let's look at some stats. D'Onta Foreman, 16 of 89 for 2 touchdowns on the ground. Now that was some dynamic running right there. 5.6 yard average run. That is special, especially in today's game. It's a passing league, as they say. But as the Bears have proven, we are not the league. We do what we can while we can. And we're still a team and a fan base that loves strong defense and great running. A great running offense. And you can use so much off the running game, that play action, which we didn't really have today. We just a lot of, sweeps. Even Velus Jones got a nice little sweep today, jet sweep. So, hey, not as much trick plays, but, the offense looked good. And like I say, D'Onta Foreman is a fantastic running back. And let's not forget, last year in 2023, our Bears was a top 5 running team. Our offense was built off the run. I'm not sure why Luke Getsy continues to play coy about running the football, but today he did his thing. Dante Foreman, like I said, with 16 rushes, all on his own. Secondly, Darrington Evans, 14 rushes for 48 yards. Great complimentary back, a little bit smaller than Dante Foreman, but a great complimentary back. Just think, Roschon Johnson, as well as Khalil Herbert. Well, we got that in, Dante Foreman and Darrington Evans. We have, Bears fans, we have 4 good running backs. Now, of course, 2 of them are injured right now, but just imagine when all of our running backs are healthy. You might as well say we could be the best running team in the league for 2024. Just got to stick with it. Got to stick with it. We can do it. I mean, the passing game today wasn't all that, but, Tyson Bagent, 21 of 29 for 162 yards and a touchdown. You can't be mad at that. No interceptions. No interceptions. That's all that really needs to be said. Sacked 1 time. Not overly mad at that. That's one of those sacks that, it happens. It's going to happen. Even the best offensive lines give up sacks. So, can't say too much about that. Now, moving on to our defensive side. Well, before I go, let's talk about our receivers. Like I was telling you guys, 29 passes today. DJ Moore, 8 catches for 54 yards. Darnell Mooney, 4 for 32. Dante Foreman, 3 for 31 and a touchdown. So, distributed the ball very well. Can't be mad at that, Some people would say game manager type game from Tyson, but I would say for what we needed him to do, our QB2 had a very good game. He played within the offense that was called. Like I say, Luke Getsy, probably outside the Washington game in the first half of the Denver Broncos game, it's probably his best call game this year. No way. It was probably his second best call game this year, with his best game against the Washington Commanders. So we'll rank it like that just for now. So what about our defense? And let me tell you, our defense for second, really maybe third week in a row, they have looked darn good. They are getting healthier. Even though Eddie Jackson didn't play today, Kyler Gordon, second game back, and he looked good. He was out there hitting. So, you love to see your nickelback doing that. Jalen Johnson coming away in this game. Couple of interceptions. Look, the front 4 of this cover 2 defense that we play still doesn't get a lot of sacks. Got a little bit of pressure today, mostly from the inside, and I got to say this, we got pressure up the middle. Nate Billings continues to be our best defensive lineman, but I want to say, and I could be off a little bit, but I'm not sure. We'll have to go back and watch it again. But Zach Pickens, he is looking like a good, fantastic defensive tackle for us. He was getting push, guard, center, the double teams. He was getting pushed back straight into the quarterback in a couple plays. Well, I would say 3 plays. And the moment we talk about, with Tyson, the moment's not too big for him. Well, for Zach Pickens, the moment is not too big for him. And Pickens, Billings, and here and there, Jervon Dexter, those 3 guys have been balling this year for the middle of our defense. But in the second half, he must have heard me talking bad about him, ladies and gentlemen, because Justin Jones had a sack. His first sack of the year, and I mean, he looked like he came to play today. Now, of course, it's one game, but you love to see your DTs get in there and getting that pressure up the middle to slow down opposing teams' running game. So I got to give it to him. He looked good. Justin Jones did in this game today. But like I say, for me, Zach Pickens, he played a hell of a game today. Hell of a game today. Now let's get to our defensive ends. Not a whole lot of pressure today. Unique Ngakoue, he looked pretty good today. Had a couple of pressures, but once again, nothing from our defensive ends. I mean, I shouldn't say nothing. What I meant to say is we're getting close, but our defensive ends are not finishing plays. Not sure what's going on there, but Ngakoue, he's getting close. You know, maybe two to three more seconds and he could get a sack, but you know, this is the NFL. Not going to get extra seconds. That's my man Rasheem Green, the backup DN. Not much so far this year as far as sack totals, but he's getting some pressures when he's coming off that left defensive end position. So it's up and down. Now DeMarcus Walker, he has been getting pressure as a starter, you know, against the run. Very good. Very good. Just need him to start applying more pressure. He can set the edge all day long, but as far as getting to the quarterback, not really happening. Now our linebackers, they came to play today. They came to play. Ladies and gentlemen, Tremaine Edmonds, he came to play, as well as a name that we haven't called much so far this year, but Jack Sanborn had one of the best plays of the game to stop the Raiders from getting in field goal range. I mean, great solid play, solid tackle. He looked good today. Now on the other side, TJ Edwards. He had another great game. A little bit quieter as far as big plays today, but all in all, fantastic game by our linebackers. Now, when we get there, and this is something that kind of surprises me, thought a little bit last week, but Jaquan Brisker in coverage, he was playing a lot today, going up against receivers and tight ends. And man, he was making plays. Nothing was really getting by him, form tackling. So, man, he looked good today. Over that free safety in place of our starter, Eddie Jackson, Elijah Hicks, he came to play. I like it. I mean, he had a pretty good pass breakup today that prevented Devontae Adams from scoring. So, very, very happy with our safeties today. Now, getting over to our corners, Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson, and Kyler Gordon. They had a game. Kyler Gordon, like I said earlier, was out there hitting. He was hitting today. I mean, for a cornerback to be hitting like he was, I'm impressed by that young man right there. Now, Tyreek Stevenson continues to be the physical corner that we knew coming out of college. Had a pass interference, and I think he has a pass interference call in every game so far this year. But I think that was a bullshit call. Let me just say it like it is. I think he just got robbed on one. And of course, Jalen Johnson doing his thing. He had 2 pass interference calls against him, and one definitely was not pass interference. It was not. No, it wasn't. But with 2 pass interference calls against him in that second half, let me tell you something. A pick 6 and a second interception to go along for his day. And hey, doing this right here, saying, hey, it's time to get him paid because he is in the last year of his contract. Pay the man. Not sure how much it'll cost, but hey, we need to keep some of our homegrown players. Now, we gave Cole Kmet decent salary to go along with his production up to this point. Now, he did absolutely nothing in the game today, but he did block very well. He did have a penalty today, but you can't have a perfect game. That's just not going to happen. But Jalen Johnson, he had himself a game. So with that, listen, I'm going to give game ball on the offensive side, definitely Dante Foreman. He had a game. And on that defensive side, Jalen Johnson, he gets a game ball. And you know who else gets a game ball? Chicago Bears fans. Even though on the backside, still squabbling about, who's going to be the quarterback once Justin Fields comes back from injury. But Bears fans, we got a win today. Chicago Bears got a win today. And we need to celebrate that as a team. Stop with the narratives and let's win together as a team. We go down together as a team and we come up together as a team. We just have to stick together, and it doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't. So, hey, let's stick with it, Bears fans. Today was a good day. Like I say, our most complete game by our offense, defense, and special teams. Special teams did their thing today with a blocked field goal today, I believe. So it was a great day. 3 phases of football played very well by our Chicago Bears. And with that, Bears fans, I'm going to get out of here. Now, look, even though we're over here on YouTube, we got a Facebook, we got Twitter, we have Instagram, and of course, we have our own webpage. Get down in the description area there, click on those links, and hey, if you need any merchandise, click on the link below for Fanatics, where you can get, hey, just like me, you can get some of the best football gear for our Chicago Bears. So click away. And as always, don't forget to get that subscribe button, a nice little punch. With that, Bears fans, we're going to get on up out of here. And as always, especially in games where we win, I want to say to all of you, peace.